some of the common traits are that for the information access in the coming days. I think definitely they need to cater to these four aspects. One is it has to be very, very simple. As I said, for all our personal data needs, we have all these beautiful, very powerful search engines. Definitely, we're going to expect some very similar or better experience even for the enterprises. How do we really achieve it? In a very, very simple interface, right? Diverse set of users with improved, digital transformation, digitization efforts, right? I mean, you're going to have so much amount of data. How do you really make this data available to your entire user base, right? Can there be one application? So today, you have so many different applications catering to so many different user personas. Can there be one, which really takes care of, almost pretty much most of the users, right? I think that one metadata is going to be very critical part. I mean, when I say metadata, even in my case, I showed you these examples around the vocabulary because in a traditional data management, we would have called that as a data glossary, which involved your, the data dictionary, the business terms, the business rules, and all that. It's basically, it's nothing but the way, the different ways in which a business or the operations folks would refer to a data versus the technology folks. I think that's the challenge. Now, I mean, we're calling it as in the modern world, we're calling it as, especially in the conversational AI world, we're calling it as the vocabulary. Vocabulary is nothing but, there is a term. That particular term could be referred in so many different ways. By my business user would call it in one way. The end customer would call it in one way. I would have stored the data in a different way within the. So how do I really bring in the synergy of which all of them mean the same thing? When I really ask a question. So metadata is definitely any application that supports extremely good metadata management. I think that's going to definitely. What it really helps is it helps you, when I say discover, it helps people to ask questions in the way they are comfortable with, and then of course the trust factor. For me to understand, I know that hey, this is what I really this element means. Right? I think that's the fourth point is also something which is very, very essential. You can see that in most of the other products today, which is to bring in collaboration, because the data or information is not. We don't normally consume that in silos. We interact with our fellow team members and a whole bunch of user population. So definitely, so if you take any of the applications, say Figma, Adobe, everybody, they're all bringing in this collaboration feature where you can engage in a conversation, right? Rather than using the traditional emails for communication. Right? So collaboration is also going to be one very, very important feature where, everybody, all the stakeholders look at the same piece of information and then, they work towards getting the information and as well as, eventually using that for decision making, taking actions. Right? And definitely that's where it helps. And our low code platform, as I said, it's very, very easy to get up and running in a very, very short period of time. I think that's the whole idea behind this low code framework. And of course, it has quite a bit of stuff. I mean, one thing which I didn't show is all around. Say, for example, even today, if I quickly 2 minutes, I can just show you one more demo. It's around what we have is say the how I've been even so what we have done is even the way we have been using here this particular application, which is that itself is available as a bunch of questions. So if I really want to know how people are really using this application, right? That data itself is available here. So let me go here, ask this question. So even that, so there are like, this is the way, I mean, in my instance of this application, so all this usage information, it can say by username, I know who's using it, everything, all these comes out of the box, we kind of, the historical information on the usage of the product, all that itself. So basically the idea is any data, irrespective of whatever the data is, that can be trained on Kia and used to get answers, right? So that's the whole idea behind it.